Watching her, waiting, Andy quickened her pace, the chill of the night settling heavily around her. Each footstep echoed against the deserted platform, amplifying her sense of unease. She glanced over her shoulder, half expecting to see the dark figure following her. But the station was empty, swallowed by the night. Just as she reached the exit, a flickering streetlight cast a brief glow on a figure standing at the far end of the parking lot. It was the man in the dark coat, his face still obscured by the brim of his hat. A wave of panic surged through her. Ignoring the tremor in her legs, she bolted toward her car, fumbling for her keys. Her heart raced as she fumbled with the lock, glancing back to see if he was coming closer. The man remained still, his posture unnervingly calm, as if he were waiting for something. Finally managing to unlock the door, she dove inside, locking it behind her. She started the engine, her hands shaking. As the headlights flickered on, she looked up to see the man moving toward her, deliberately. "Just drive," she whispered to herself. But something held her in place, an instinct telling her to wait. Suddenly, he stopped just outside her window. Maya's breath caught in her throat as he leaned forward, trying to peer inside. She pressed her back against the seat, her pulse pounding in her ears. Then, without warning, he stepped back, revealing a cell phone in his hand. He raised it as if to take a picture of her. Maya's heart dropped. Was he documenting her fear? She slammed the car into reverse, her eyes locked on him. She spun the wheel, tires screeching against the asphalt, and sped away from the station, leaving the dark figure behind. As she drove, her mind raced. Who was he? Why had he been following her? The streets blurred past, but she couldn't shake the feeling that she was still being watched. Pulling into her driveway, Andy glanced in the rearview mirror. For a fleeting moment, she thought she saw him standing at the end of her street, watching her. She blinked, and he was gone. Inside her house, she locked the door and turned on all the lights. Her heart still raced as she replayed the night in her mind. Was it paranoia? Or had he truly been stalking her? To calm herself, she poured a glass of water and sat down at the kitchen table. But as the minutes passed, a sense of dread crept back in. She felt trapped in her own home, as if the walls were closing in on her. Suddenly, the sound of her phone vibrating broke the silence. Startled, she picked it up, her heart skipping a beat as she saw an unknown number. Hesitantly, she answered, "Hello?" Her voice trembled. "Andy," a deep voice said, cold and calm. "You shouldn't have left the station." Her blood ran cold. It was him. "Who are you? What do you want?" she demanded, trying to sound brave. "You don't know who I am, but you will. I've been watching you. Your real name is